What's going on, everyone? Dare here, and welcome back to another day of Marvel Snap. It is an exciting day. We had a Datamine drop today that's going to give us a peek into what the spotlight caches for November are going to be, and also what our bundles that are dropping in September are going to be. That way we can start planning our resources and then keeping an eye out for anything that's coming along the way. So let's start out by looking at what the spotlight caches currently look like, and then what the new ones being added in November are also going to be. So we've known what the spotlight caches for the remainder of August, September, and October have been for a while now. I'm also not going to do too much of a deep dive into each of these weeks, mainly because next week I'll be launching my video on how I'm spending my resources for September. This is mainly just to see essentially what the new cards are and what the spotlight caches and who's actually joining them. I'm not going to rehash August or September. We've known about these for a while, but let's take a look at the symbiote month in October and just kind of see where that is and look at the new cards in November. So October 1st, we have Scream dropping with Man-Thing and Mobius. October 8th, we have Misery, War Machine, and Namora. That one is going to be a little bit tricky to not spend keys on because I feel like Namora's been a pretty big sleeper. Then October 15th, we've got Scorn, Jean Grey, and Sebastian Shaw. Sebastian Shaw also is going to be a really hard one to, I don't know, throw all my keys at. Then October 22nd, we've got Toxin, Zabu, and Elsa Bloodstone. And then the final week for the symbiotes, we've got on October 29th, Anti-Venom, Supergiant, and Ghost Spider. So that wraps up the October symbiote month, and now we're moving on to November, which we've known had a, I guess, inkling for a while that is going to be Asgardian themed, and we kind of get it confirmed now. So on October 5th, we're going to be having Fenris Wolf, the son of Loki, joined by Annihilus and Werewolf by Night. And then November 12th, we'll be having Frigga, Athena, and Valentina. We don't really quite have data on what Frigga is going to be looking like from honestly stat lines or abilities, but for me personally it's going to be really hard not to pass on Athena, so I'm really hoping Frigga's pretty decent. Then on November 19th, we've got Malekith, Red Guardian, and Copycat, which I said I'm not going to talk about it, but that week kind of seems pretty fire. Copycat is probably one of my favorite cards right now. Red Guardian is really good, and you know what? This is the first time I'm realizing that's a week that I have all the cards except for the new one. It's finally happening. Then for the last week, we don't actually know who's in there yet. It's either going to be Surtur or Gore, I believe is Gore, the God Slayer. So I'm not quite sure if it was Datamine on which one is the season pass card and which one is going to be the last week. But I'm sure we'll get more of that as the weeks go by. But as of right now, November is looking like the month of the Asgardians, which I'm kind of excited about. I mean, we got Malekith, who's the king of the Dark Elves. We got Frigga, the mother of Thor, and then Fenris Wolf is just kind of a really cool character. So kind of excited, really excited to see who the final spotlight cache is and who's also joining the season pass. But that is it for the additions to the spotlight caches from the Datamine. Let's hop over and look what the bundles for September look like and see if any of them are actually worth your time. Okay, so for bundles for the month, we are not going to be going over any of the ones that are currently going, except for the one that dropped today, and that is the Me, Myself, and I Legion bundle. I am on the fence, so this contains Legion, an avatar, a spotlight cache key, 3,000 collector's tokens, and some Legion boosters. Honestly, if you have the gold, I guess it's not terrible. However, I don't necessarily like that it's a spotlight cache key and 3,000 collector's tokens. I think if it was 6,000 collector's tokens, I would have been all in. I really would have. That's, you know, just one free Series 5 card. For me, spotlight cache key does not equal 3,000 collector's tokens. I mean, it might, and it really depends. And what I don't like about the spotlight cache keys in these bundles is they're highly dependent on how many keys you already have, and on top of it, what's in the actual cache. Because if you take this key, you blow it this week, and you get a card that you already have, that's definitely not worth the gold. But I mean, I guess if you had 3 keys and it guarantees you the 4th for a card that you need, maybe, I don't know, there's so many variables involved with keys that I don't like spending resources on keys. I'd much rather have 6,000 collector's tokens where I can get a card that I actually want and not a chance at a card that I want. So I guess if you have the resources, or you're in a spot where one spotlight cash key is going to get you who you want, it could possibly be worth it. For me, it's not. So we're going to move on. All right. Then we got a bunch of the collectors, just basic bundles going on here. We've got one for $15, just a generic premium variant and some credits. Coming up on the Mutant in Me for Jean Grey, a spotlight cash key, 3,000 credits for a whopping $50. For me personally, I have a hard time buying any bundle over $10. It would have to, I don't know, it'd have to have a lot in it for me to justify $50. I'm not free to play. I don't even know if I'd call myself as a Dolphin. I get the season pass every month, and I will get bundles if they're under $10 and they save me a lot of time. So for instance, in my early collection days, there was a Venom bundle, and I think it was like for $10 or $5, didn't have Venom, really wanted Venom. And I was like, I am really early in my Series 3 life. I mean, I'm looking at, he could be my last Series 3 card that I get. I'm looking 6 months out. I was like, for $5 or $10, how much he was worth it to me. But for $50, I can't justify that. I can't. But Mutant in Me, Jean Grey, you get a spotlight cash key and a bunch of credits. Let's move on then. We got Token Tuesdays. I'm not a big fan of Token Tuesdays anymore. I know there's so much opinions on how people should spend gold. To me, Token Tuesdays aren't really worth it, especially when we are getting some gold bundles that kind of are worth it. We just had the one for Destroyer for I think 7,500 gold. We got 6,000 tokens. So for me, Token Tuesday probably is not worth it anymore. But if that's your jam, then I'd say go for it. Moving on, we've got Mechanized Maiden dropping on August 29th, running till September 3rd. It is for Ironheart, a new avatar, 1,500 credits, and some boosters for $10. I mean, if you need the boosters, it's fine. For $10, if you really like Ironheart, you really like that skin, it'd be okay. I just feel like that I don't really like throwing cash just for credits. I guess in Series 3, it probably should be where I'm leaning, but I really don't. I'd much rather have tokens and I'd much rather have gold. But it is what it is. It's not a bad bundle. It's just not really sparking joy in me, you know? Moving on to Widow's Web. Widow's Web dropping on August 31st, running till September 5th. It actually is a pretty sick Black Widow, I'm not gonna lie. I think, that's her symbiote look for her current comic run, where she has her own symbiote, so I kind of dig that. 3,200 gold for 4,000 credits. Oh god, this one, no, it's not there. It's not. 4,000 credits seems like a lot. It's really not. So I don't think it's worth 3,200 gold. Yeah, the bundle value and the currency value on it isn't there, which is kind of a shame because this is kind of a sick Black Widow. I really do like her in the symbiote skin, but it's not worth it to me for 4,000 credits, especially when, I mean, you should be saving up your gold for tokens. I guess if you're really, really early on in your Series 3, it could get you, I don't know, maybe a card or two, but I don't see the value in that one. All right, next one is Spun from Soul. We got a Silk bundle for a Silk variant, an avatar, a matte black border, a cosmic red border, 2 spotlight keys, 3,000 collector's tokens, 2,000 gold, and 310 Silk boosters for the very cheap price of 100 USD. So wherever else you are, it's probably gonna be outrageous. I mean, I don't know, $100 is so expensive. Apparently the bundle value and currency value is really high. So I guess if you've got $100 burning in your pocket, you really want 2 spotlight cash keys, 3,000 collector's tokens, and 2,000 gold, it's probably worth it. Too steep a price for me. It just is. It's too steep a price. I think honestly, it's probably a great deal if you have no problem throwing $100 at it. Outside of it, I really wish that, you know, this was a cheaper bundle because it is really nice. I actually do kind of like that Silk variant, but either way, it's probably the most expensive bundle for the month. So if you can do it, go for it. All right, then on September 3rd, running to October 1st. Wow, that's a long bundle. We've got Ghost Spider for a variant, an avatar, 3,500 credits, and 155 Ghost Spider boosters for a whopping $20. Oof. Okay, it's actually, I mean, that's not bad for a variant. 3,500 credits. It's a little bit outside of my price range. So I mean, if this was $10 with a little bit of less credits, I probably would have gone for it, honestly. But yeah, 20 bucks is a lot. But I mean, 3,500 credits. What was the one up there with 4,000? 3,200 gold for 4,000, or you can get 3,500 for $19. So it's really honestly not bad of a bundle. It's also going to be running for almost a month. Then the next one, we've got Eternally Enraged. We've got, I actually really like this Hulk variant. I'm pretty sure it is from a comic cover. Really do like this Hulk variant. For 700 credits, 700 gold, and 155 Hulk boosters for $10. So in all honesty, I mean, Snap Fan is saying the bundle or the value on this one is a lot lower than the Spicy Spider Snack for Ghost Spider. But to me, this one is a lot more, I guess, palpable. For, I mean, 10 bucks plus I get gold and, you know, some credits. It's probably in the long run, I don't know. I mean, it's $10. The Ghost Spider is $20. I don't know. I feel like that some of their values is a little bit off in some cases, but I probably will get this bundle. I do like this one. I really like this Hulk variant. I'm going to get 700 credits, 700 gold for under 10 bucks. I'm there. So it's the one is, to me, well worth it. Dreams Come True. We got Spider-Woman and Avatar Spotlight Cash Key and 2,500 credits for 6,000 gold. I would not touch this one with a 10-foot pole. Like I said, I like to spend my credits on tokens. You get a Spotlight Cash Key, which for me is just, its value fluctuates so much on everything involved that it's just not worth it for me. And then 2,500 credits for 6,000 gold is, it's not the bundle for me. If you know, you really dig the Spider-Woman variant, I guess, but for me, I would not spend my currency on this. All right, moving on down to September 12th through the 16th, we got Magnetic Matcha. We got a Polaris bundle, with a variant and avatar, 2,400 credits and 155 Polaris boosters for $15. So honestly, this one's probably in the same vein as the $20 Silk one. It's really not that terrible if you're really, I mean, if you need credits. I think honestly anyone that's not Series 3 complete needs credits, but it's whether you want to throw $15 at it or not. Probably not unless you really like this Polaris variant. Moving on to probably my pick for the month. I'm without a doubt gonna get this bundle. It is Pride Before the Fall. You get a Kitty Pride variant with her in her ninja outfit, which I love Ninja Kitty. This one's freaking awesome. I really like this variant. You get a new avatar, 3,000 collector's tokens, and 310 Kitty Pride boosters. I think for any new player, this is the one that you want to get. You get a Series 4 card, 3,000 collector's tokens for 3,500. To me, this is absolutely worth it, especially if you don't have Kitty. I think they gave Kitty away at some point during the timeline, but if you started after that date, I don't think you got her for free. So if you're missing her, this is an absolute duh in my opinion. I have her and I'm still gonna get her because I really like this. Plus, I mean, 3,000 collector's tokens for 3,500 gold. I kind of like that conversion. It's pretty decent. I'm already sitting on 3,000 collector's tokens. So I buy this, I'm up to 6,000. I got myself a Series 5 card. So in my opinion, this one is my pick for the bundle for the month that I absolutely will be getting. If you don't own Kitty, I think you should save for this one as well. I mean, it's just absolutely worth it for a Series 4 card. Next up, we got Feline Fancy with Black Cat. You get a Black Cat variant and avatar, 1,000 credits, 3,000 gold, and then a bunch of Black Cat boosters for $30. Not terrible, but it is okay. I do like that it is more gold heavy, less credit heavy, and honestly, Black Cat is probably one of my favorite female superheroes. I'm a big Black Cat fan. This variant is actually really good. So this bundle isn't terrible, but it's still a whopping 30 bucks. Moving on to Muse of Magic, you got Sarah, an avatar, 4,000 credits, and a bunch of boosters for $25. Oh, can't do it. Yeah. I mean, for 4,000 credits, Even if your Series 3 incomplete, I mean, for $25, you maybe get a card. I think the conversion on needing to get 2 cards is over 6,000. 6,000 some. I just did the math for this the other day. So, I mean, you could maybe get a Series 3 card. So, I don't think it's worth it for $25, in all honesty, especially. Sarah's already a Series 3 card, unless you don't have Sarah. I mean, even then, if you don't have Sarah, $25 is a big ask. I guess with Sarah, and then you will probably get a Series 3 card out of your track. You get 2 Series 3 cards for $25. It's just not worth it to me. And then we got See Your Space Pirate. We got a Star-Lord bundle for $20 and a variant, an avatar, and 2,400 gold. This one actually is not that terrible, but I mean, it's also Star-Lord. I mean, Star-Lord is a starter? Is he even Series 1? So I don't quite know if this bundle is really worth it. I mean, the bundle value is kind of there, but I don't think it's worth it. I Am Groot. We got a Groot skin, an avatar, 3,000 credits, and 155 boosters for 2,400 gold. Not worth. Just, to me, using gold to get credits is just, the value is not there. Not worth it in my opinion. Saved Your Bacon. We got a Spider-Ham bundle for Spider-Ham, a variant. Collector's tokens, 700 gold for $35. I mean, the bundle value is there. The currency value is there, according to SnapFan. It's a hard ask for $35. So, I mean, it's good. It's a good Spider-Ham variant, but probably, I mean, if you got it, go for it. All right, then we got Silver Samurai, an avatar, spotlight, cash key, and 2,000 gold with some boosters for $50. Absolutely not. It's just, even as far as cash bundles, this one's really bad. A Series 3 card, I mean, it is a cool variant. A Series 3 card, a spotlight cash, and 2,000 gold for $50. This one is probably the worst one of the month, in my opinion, as far as cash goes. Really not a fan of this bundle, so we're just gonna be moving on. All right, and then we have Mind Over Munch. We've got Venomized Psylocke, an avatar, 2,400 credits, and some boosters for $15. It's not terrible for $15. I mean, it's okay. It's got, you know, bundle value of 242%. Currency value is 160 once again, but it's, I mean, credits, if you need them, it's not a terrible bundle. It could be worse. And then to wrap things up for the month of September, we have a Kraven bundle for Kraven, an avatar, 1,200 gold for the whopping price of $10. One in my price range. I don't know if I'll be getting this one. I mean, I don't need Kraven. Like I've said, I really only buy bundles for cards that they save me time. I don't really chase the variants. So if they're giving me collector's tokens or they're unlocking a card that is a lock to me for whatever reason, I am open to them. This one, however, for $10 for some gold and then a card that I already have, it's really not there for me. So I mean, that's kind of it. That's the bundles for the month of September. Let me know what your thoughts are. Am I way off on some of these? I mean, I still think the Kitty Pryde one is the best one for the month, but I mean, people that have had Kitty Pryde forever may disagree with me. So let me know, what bundles are you picking up? Which ones are, I guess, not very good. There are a few in here that I just scoff at, but for the most part, I mean, it's not terrible. There are some gems hidden here. So I am a big fan, like I said, of the Kitty Pryde one, and there are a couple other $10 ones that I may consider in the moment. But for the most part, that is the bundles for the month. That is the new spotlight caches. That is the data mines. There is a bunch of new cards that were kind of revealed as well. I probably will not be going over those just because I feel like that is a topic that a lot of people already cover. So for the most part, that's it for the video. Thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you actually did enjoy this type of video. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more of these on each of the data mines or anything else that you would like to be included in these videos. Hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the algorithm. And then hit that subscribe button, because that really honestly just helps out my self-esteem. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. I will see you guys all in the next one. Take it later.